first session of seminar at Bangladesh ICT Expo 2017. Today's seminar is Technology Transformation, Digital Bangladesh and Fourth Industrial Revolution. This session, among with us, Mr. Shamsundar Sikdar, Honorable Secretary, Post and Telecommunications Division, Government of Bangladesh, is present as the chief guest. The seminar will be presented by Professor Dr. Mukhtar Abdullah, Vice President and CEO, Selangor University, Malaysia, and it will be presented over by Mr. K. Atiki Rabbani, FCA, Director, Dhaka Chamber of Commerce. Among with us, also present, our President, Bangladesh Computer Samiti President, Mr. Ali Ashfaq, and we have a foreign dignitary, Dr. Eva from Taiwan. She is an industry specialist in the IT field. So I would like to all these dignitaries to take their seats in the dais. Please, sir. Also, the chair, today's chair, to moderate this session, Mr. Atiki Rabbani, I request him to please moderate the chair.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome to this seminar, Technology Transformation, Digital Bangladesh, and Fourth Industrial Revolution. We have a very learned keynote speaker from Malaysia, Professor Dr. Mukhtar Abdullah, and our chief guest, is very popular, and our very dear Mr. Shamsundar Sikdar. I have a small announcement. Our chief guest has a pressing meeting at 5:30, so he said he has to leave. So can I request our chief guest to say a few words?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's really a very pleasure to me that I am here. I have been invited in this excellent seminar, and today's seminar's topic is very, very important. And as you have heard, Professor Abdullah, he will be delivering the keynote speech, and also we have Mr. Ivan from Taiwan, and our President of Bangladesh Computer Samiti, and distinguished guest and audience. Good afternoon. Our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has declared her Vision 2021 dream in the year of 2008, and right from the election of 29th of December of 2008, her government was formed in the year of 2009, and right from then we have been working for implementing this digital dream in our country, Digital Bangladesh. And I was the secretary of ICT division, and at the time I used to work with this Bangladesh Computer Samiti, and several times we have conducted so many seminars and discussions regarding the development activities in our IT sectors in our country, particularly for the development of our hardware sectors. We have started working for establishing our so many high-tech parks also in our country. As of today, the progress of our IT development in our country is so high level of degree we have achieved so far. And as you know, the technology transformation in our country so far we have done. Now we are disposing our files in the government offices by using the electronic device only. We don't use, in some cases, we don't use any hard file in our offices. So e-filing system we have adopted in our country. And you know already we have done a lot in the development of our educational institutions in our countries. We have already established 33,000 multimedia classrooms in our country, and more than 6,000 computer labs we have established in our secondary and primary schools, and as well as in the colleges. And in the universities, we have established about 17 specialized labs for the learning of our university students. And we have established our network connectivity up to the Upajala levels. Now, one project, you know, the Infosarka 3 project is underway, and that project has been taken by the ICT division, and Bangladesh Computer Council is now implementing that project. In this way, we are working for developing our country, and now the digital Bangladesh dream is not a dream, it is a reality now. It is a reality, and I would like to give appreciation to the Bangladesh Computer Samiti for conducting this sort of ICT Expo in each and every year. And while I was working as the Secretary of ICT Division, it was good luck to me that I was the part and parcel of conducting this sort of event in our country at the time. And we are working jointly, particularly the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication Department, Ministry of Post and Telecom Ministry, and ICT Division, Post and Telecommunication Division. And we are working jointly. We have done a lot of things for the young generation. Particularly, we could make our people IT oriented. Now, the term digital Bangladesh is known to each and everybody of our Bangladesh. Also, the different countries of the world, they know about the progress of our country. You see, the per capita income of our country is now more than 1,600 US dollar now, 1,602 US dollar now. It was about 759 US dollar only in the year of 2009. Now it is 1,602. So it's a great progress in our country. In this way, you see the foreign income in the IT sector, it was only 26 million US dollar in the year of 2009. Now it is about 1 million US dollar. We are now earning, and we have a target to earn 2 million US dollar within 2021. That is our 2 billion, I'm sorry. Now 1 billion we are earning, 1 billion we are earning now. Anyway, in this way we have done a lot in this IT development in our country, and our young people, they are the dream of our Honorable Prime Minister, and they will be achieving more things, and they will earn a lot. And some of the people, you know, we have established digital centers in the union levels, and about 5,286 digital centers now are in operation in our rural areas, even in the Indian Parishad, in the Purasavas, as well as in the metropolitan areas also. In the similar way, from our Post and Telecommunication divisions, we have set up 8,500 e-post offices, and from there we are also providing more than 136 types of services to the mass people, and we are going to start agent banking in our postal departments. And also another thing I must mention here, already we have started delivering services through cash card from post offices about the stipends in the educational institutions to the women particularly. And these all sorts of services we are now providing by using cash cards from our post offices. In this way, we are working. And finally, I would like to mention the so far we have done, and that is the final dream of our country, of our Honorable Prime Minister, and hopefully right from your Florida. And already it is prepared in France. And you know the Thales company have been given this contract to prepare this satellite. And all these things so far we have done, and in this way a rigorous technology transformation have been done in our country. And saying these things, I would like to mention another thing, that by this sort of ICT Expo fair, our young people will be sharing their knowledge with the people, those who will be coming from home and abroad, and they will be enhancing their knowledge. No doubt the participants, those who are now already, those who have joined this Expo in our country, and this will be benefited for the young generation particularly. And hopefully the space of our keynote speaker, Mukhtar Abdullah, he will deliver a very good speech, I know, and I am sorry that I cannot stay for listening to his speech, but hopefully, of course, he will give some message, he will give some information to the young generation of our country. And saying these few things, I would like to conclude my speech, and thank you for inviting me in this seminar. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I mean, it was a very wise rundown of the situation in Bangladesh. Mr. Shikdar was the ICT secretary prior to, so he has wide knowledge about the whole industry. Can I request Mr. President to give him the crest before he goes? Crest, that's an act.
So, at the same time, we would like to take a photo.
What's it? Can I just give a very brief rundown of the profile of Dr. Mukhtar Abdullah? You see it in front of you. He's the Vice President and CEO of the proposed University of Selangor branch campus in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Dr. Mukhtar Abdullah is a professor of statistics, obtained his PhD from the Dundee, Scotland, UK University, MSc from Kent at Canterbury. He was the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic Affairs, Research and Industrial Engagement at the University of Selangor, main campus in Malaysia. His research interests include big data analytics, the quality management, performance measurement, and value-based business excellence models. He has published many articles and written books in these fields. Professor Dr. Mukhtar is the chief editor of several international journals, including a reviewer of the International Journal of Business Ethics. Can I just also, I don't know much about Mr. V, yeah? Sorry, your name is?
Diva, Dr. Diva.
Dr. Diva, right. Y-I-Y-U-A-N. Right. So welcome to Bangladesh and welcome to this session. So I think the modus operandi will be, first the keynote speaker will speak, then we'll invite our president and Dr. Diva to address the audience, and the floor will be open, and then I'll finish off with a quick roundup. So can I request Dr. Abdullah to present your paper?
Very good afternoon. Evening. Still afternoon. Mr. Rabbani, the moderator, and just now we had the secretary, secretary, and thanks to him for giving a lengthy description of the, what we call it, digital Bangladesh agenda, and our friends, Dr. Ian, again from Taiwan, and the president of Computer Society. Yes, and distinguished guests and participants in this seminar. Thank you very much. And first of all, I'd like to express my sincere thanks to the organizer of this IT Expo 2017 for inviting me to be part of this event, important event, and also allowing me to share my views and my thoughts on some of the important issues. Actually, this topic was mooted and in fact initiated by my friend Mr. Mahbub Zaman, the managing director of DataSoft. And somehow I was a little bit skeptical whether I can do it. But while the first part of the topic, the technological transformation, the third part, fourth industrial revolution, well, might be a little bit familiar to me. But for the second part, it's a little bit a tall order. It's a little tall order because I'm new here, and I was, in fact, I didn't expect to talk about, this important agenda in this country. But somehow I can share my thoughts with you based on my observations and also experience on what are the similar issues or agenda that are happening in my country, Malaysia. Because Malaysia is also embarking on aggressively on this digital Malaysia, or digitalizing the country. How to next please. Okay, the outline of my talk this evening is actually divided into three, according to the topic. First is technological transformation, what it is, what are the characteristics of this, new transformation. Secondly, of course, digital Bangladesh from my perspective, and what can be learned from some of the experience from other countries. And from what I see, basically, okay, let me start with the technological transformation. Actually, the elements, there are two main elements. I might be wrong, but somehow what I can see is that there are two major elements. One is on the, what I call it, physical or infrastructure transformation at the global level, and another one is digital transformation. And for the infrastructure or physical transformation, of course, we have seen new inventions, new imaging technologies like, electric car, wind turbine, new highway designs, and so on, and many things that come, along with it. Whereas digital transformation includes, of course, the internet, mobile devices or technologies. This digital transformation is altering our way of life, the way we define our lifestyle. Is very much influenced or very much affected by the availability of ICT phenomena, and also all sorts of devices. And we can see that very clearly, okay, a very, very clear example. One thing that's very, very obvious to me, there are two what I call outcomes that comes out from digital transformation. One is what I call it semantic economy. And another is what I call it industry disruption. And now information is no longer confined or restricted to any parties or any individuals or any companies. It's shared by all. Another is about what we call it open innovation, which is the other side of what we call it closed innovation. Because last time, closed innovation refers to R&D activities that are done behind closed doors, whereas open innovation is about doing creative works or innovative products openly and normally by sharing with partners, sharing with our collaborators in order to produce new technologies. And quite important, quite interesting outcome also from this semantic or characteristic of a semantic economy is what we call access assets. If I can relate this outcome, actually now access assets has been replacing what we call it proprietary assets. Okay, for example, okay, here every day anybody can wake up in the morning with an idea, just have an idea, design a product online, get people to develop it, and source out for funding, okay, from venture capitalists or angel investor, promote it or market it, advertise it on Facebook or social media platforms, and once we get customers, okay, arrange shipping to the customers through clouds, and all this happening without ever getting up from the breakfast table. Okay, and this is a new phenomenon, a new outcome scenario, what we call access assets. If you can get access to information, to ideas, and develop it, then it's no longer a proprietary asset. That's why the issue of IP, intellectual property in IT, is no longer relevant. All right. And another characteristics of a semantic economy is ecosystem. And if we look at Amazon, for example, or Alibaba, Amazon is not a conglomerate. It's not a physical entity, actually. It is just a platform. And the same cloud architecture that runs its online store is what it offers to a service to enterprises and consumers. And it expands the connections into new areas, strengthens its capabilities at its core, and now physical entities are no longer relevant. What matters is ecosystem from start to finish. About the industry disruption, we look at Airbnb. Actually, this platform, it disrupts hotel and hospitality industry now. We look at Uber, and I tried Uber in Dhaka. Okay, but it's not very extensive yet, but it's beginning. And we can see that Uber disrupts public transportation easily, or taxi industry, and also ebook and electronic publishing disrupts bookstore industry or publishing company to the extent of closing down some companies. I don't want to mention it, but okay, it's there. And not only that, this disruptive industry actually is a result of the emergence of this automation of knowledge work, Internet of Things, which is going to be discussed later, cloud, robotics, autonomous vehicles, genomics, 3D printing, okay, renewable energy, and so on and so forth. At least these 12 disruptive technologies have disrupted many industries, many conventional industries. And we look at it, and mobile internet actually has the most, is considered the most influential, the most disruptive. And what is the impacts of disruptive technologies out of 12? And according to McKinsey Global Institute, actually the impact on world's economy is between 14 to 33 trillion US dollars a year by 2025, which is huge. It's not million and it's not billion, it's trillion, 1,000 billion, yes. So it's so huge. Actually, this can, or should trigger some interest, from developing countries. And other impacts that come out from this disruptive technology, actually the change in relationship between brands and consumers. It's no longer, brand is no longer defined, conventionally. And also, value shifts from producer to consumer and vice versa. And also, while the consumer is smarter today, but they want to be more engaged. With the disruptive technologies, this will be happening and will be realized, at a global level. Now we come to the most, I think, challenging task for me, talking about digital Bangladesh. As I mentioned earlier on, I'm not very familiar with what's happening, in Bangladesh, particularly in the context of digital agenda in this country. And of course, looking at it, it is a huge and complex task. And huge means that it can incur huge financial implication. And complex task because it's not a straightforward, it's not a linear process. It is interrelated and many people will get involved. But of course, it's not impossible. If other countries can do it, why can't Bangladesh? So that's, I believe strongly. Why it's not impossible? Because there are plus factors. When I look at it, when I look at the profile of Bangladesh, the plus factors, actually the steady and fast-growing economy of Bangladesh at 7.5%, which is higher than Malaysia. Malaysia is only 4.5. I don't know, Taiwan. Yeah, this is one of the highest, in terms of growth. So you should be proud of it. And in fact, can be a very key success factor. And another one, which is the most important asset, for the country, is the people. And looking at the profile, 30% of 170 now or 160, around that figure, yeah. 30% of your population are youth, and this is a real asset. And I've been to the data shop, the other day, and I was told that the average age of personnel, IT personnel in data shop is 27 years old, which is below 30. And I'm so amazed and also, very encouraged by it. And this is a real important, factor that can fulfill the aspiration of the country by having a digital country or digital Bangladesh. And why it is so important to have this huge pool of youth? Because youth can easily be trained, okay, with with the right education and also the right skills. And one of the education stream that has been going on now, and even UNESCO has promoted it aggressively, and my country, Malaysia, is also doing it a very large scale, is what we call it TVET. Technical and Vocational Education and Training Program, which should be exposed to the youth so that they can gain or they can acquire the right skills, for the development of, not only for the digital Bangladesh, but for other sectors. And of course, the most challenging task for any country is what does it take to digitize a country? And what are the strategies that should be adopted by the country in order to produce the desired results? And I mention again, this is a very challenging task. And looking at the, listening to what Mr. Sidar mentioned just now, well, it seems that Bangladesh is on the right track. It's doing something that is, incompatible or in tandem with what the aspiration should be. I mean, the aspiration should be realized. That is digital Bangladesh. Okay, so I'm sharing with you is about how to digitize this country, and this actually not my idea, but also has been adopted by my country, okay, Malaysia, and also some other countries, and this can be considered as best practices, some of best practices. And actually, it goes back to the one simple idea advocated by Louis Zaccarella, actually. Louis Zaccarella. If you want to digitize a country, then make it a reality, like, Mr. Sikir mentioned just now. Make it a reality. It's not just an idea, but operationalize it and make it happen. So, what is suggested by Louis Zaccarella is that why not make cities as the new laboratories of the 21st century? So, it's not just organizing an event or, giving, providing allocations to IT initiative and so on, but why not make it a reality? And I'm going to, to share with you that there's one concept, what we call smart city or smart state, that will materialize the aspirations to be a digital country. Okay, but of course, before proceeding to that, of course, there's a prerequisite. There's always a prerequisite to any new agenda, and there are two prerequisites here. Is about readiness of change, readiness for change. It's ready to change. The mindset, the mentality, the attitude, and also the education, are ready for the new change. And second one is willingness to learn from others, from those who have done it, who have embarked, who have, carried out the agenda. But first thing that we, for a country like Bangladesh, to go into this exciting agenda, when we go, Bangladesh, the country is, starts doing it, at least we know where the country stands. So the World Economic Forum actually has come up with what we call a Network Readiness Index. An indicator or key, indicator how countries are doing in the digital world, or how well an economy is using information or ICT to boost competitiveness and well-being. And this is a very strategic tool so that we are always on the right track. And see for some statistics or some evidence, those countries will have already been, participating in this Network Readiness Index, and these are the top countries harnessing ICT, and it seems that Singapore ranked #1, followed by 3 Scandinavian countries, Finland, Sweden, and Norway, and number 10 is Japan. And now we look at the country that has improved significantly over the last year. And the network readiness index actually shown by Italy. Okay, 10 points from ranks from number 55 up to 45. Or even we look at Ethiopia, has done tremendously, from rank 120 to 130 to 120, and so many countries are part of this process. And we also look at the commitment of government and how tech savvy is the government, how supportive of government in materializing this digital agenda. Okay, and again we can see that Singapore ranks number 1 in terms of the tech savvy country, followed by UAE and Malaysia number 6, and even better than United Kingdom in terms of the commitment of the government in terms of digital country agenda. And we heard just now Bangladesh is also very aggressive in terms of the government commitment in making digital Bangladesh a reality. And as mentioned just now, the idea behind digitizing a country is to create what we call smart concept, whether it's smart city or smart country. But in Malaysia, we have two types. One is a smart state, and it contributes about 25% of the GDP of the country. And at the federal level, we have a smart city, and Cyberjaya is a city that is going to be developed as a smart city. Other states are still waiting to see whether Selangor can be successful in this agenda or not. But looking at the pace and also the rate of progress, we are pretty sure that Selangor will be the first smart state in the country very soon. And of course, in order to create a smart state, we must have a clear set of objectives. Why we want to create a smart state? I don't know, in Bangladesh we have states, territories. Yeah, okay. Slightly different, but geographical, what I call it, partitions are different from country to country. But in our country, the objective of smart state actually very clear. One is to create ecosystem and environment that supports the development of digital innovations. Second is promote industrial development and digital innovation. And third is to be a hub for digital services and hub for connection to other states, regions, as well as countries. And the fourth one is about people, to attract digital workers and investors and software companies from around the world to work and invest in the state or in the city, and to create learning opportunities and share knowledge from our experts, especially for the young people, and to foster startups and drive the digital economy effectively. This is the objectives of Smart State. And we have identified 12 strategic areas that will make Selangor as a smart state. And it starts with smart governance, because smart governance is the key for a successful smart city project or smart state project. Second is smart energy, smart water management, smart waste management, smart infrastructure development, smart digital infrastructure, smart transport and mobility, smart safety and security, smart disaster management, smart agro-industry, smart healthcare, and smart education. So these are the 12 strategic areas that we have chosen, we have selected, in order to materialize or to make our dream, for Selangor to be a smart state. And who are responsible for all this? Actually, we have 4 committees, and each has its own responsibility. One is what we call steering committee, Smart Selangor or Smart State Steering Committee, Project Execution Committee, Project Management Committee, and Project Team Committee. And the layers, it's like that. And then we do it in phases. We have 5 phases or 5 parts. First is about having, certified digital workers in order to support and give benefits to digital workers and, investors. Establish innovation park to support supercluster digital. Promote R&D of ecosystem. Provide incentives and also embark or organize roadshows in order to measure, to gain support and also awareness among people, among stakeholders, and also provide free connectivity through smart Wi-Fi development program. Okay, this is an example of what we are doing, and we are still doing it, and we have not achieved the final destination, but somehow we are progressing very well. Now we come to the last part of my talk on the 4th industry revolution, or known as Industry 4.0. And it's very important for us to understand why every country or every industry rush for this. And some analysts have indicated that actually at the global level, we are already in the middle of 4th industrial revolution. What about Bangladesh? So this is a question. Okay, all right. And I think this is a standard, information about industrial revolution, 4th industrial revolution. Actually, it's characterized by what we call it cyber physical, systems that combines physical, digital, and biological spheres. Okay. And actually, at the heart of Industry 4.0 actually is the combination of what we call M2M, machine-to-machine communication. Of course, the most important is just IoT. And I've seen, very aggressive initiative done by Datasoft on IoT, including smart home, smart greenhouse, and so on. Artificial intelligence, robotics, autonomous vehicles, 3D printer, nanotechnology, quantum computing, and etc. And just mentioned just now, the paradigm of Industry 4.0 is a combination of machine-to-machine communication plus IoT. And the paradigm actually is, in every automation, is to limit human intervention. Let a machine do their work. Okay? Tasks are assigned to machines, appliances, and systems. And IoT comes from the interconnectivities between devices, all sort of devices that produce data, and the data will be analyzed accordingly in order to make fast and decisive, or right decision. And CPS, or cyber physical system, is the characteristics of Industry 4.0. Without having these elements, these core things, then Industry 4.0 is not considered to be happening yet. According to the Cisco, okay, the impact of IoT or M2M or Industry 4.0 is the total market will be worth about $14 trillion in 2022. 14 trillion. And manufacturing sector, will account for around 27% or 3.88 trillion. It's no longer billion now. Okay. And almost 700 billion will result from the asset management, which is the outcome from smarter maintenance due to machine-to-machine via sensors, or IoT. Okay, and about 1.5 trillion through the reduction of all forms of waste, such as wastage of time, by having or by embedding M2M communication. These are the results of the advantages or profit or benefits, from implementing Industry 4.0. And we can conclude that Industry 4.0 actually is a tremendous or the biggest opportunity for developing countries like Bangladesh to leapfrog or to do quantum leap in terms of technology development. And for instance, okay, other developing countries like Thailand, Industry 4.0 has already been started with in food industry by establishing digital parks for their SMEs. Malaysia, for instance, not only smart city and smart state, we also have what we call a German Malaysian Institute that set up iFactory. It's the learning factory to feature the latest production concepts according to German Industry 4.0. We must remember that actually Industry 4.0 was started by Germany, a German industry like Mercedes, BMW and so on. And now it's about how. It's how to develop, developing how to develop a framework, for Bangladesh to have Industry 4.0. One is to establish an innovation strategy aligned to digital transformation agenda. And digital transformation agenda should include developing the right competencies for the people. Having the wrong competencies may not help, to realize this, transformation agenda. Second is to set up a disciplined innovation process. First, by understanding, stakeholders like customers, promote organization culture that supports innovation, deploy digital and mobile solutions. I think that this is a common thing now. Prepare infrastructure, like sensors, be embedded when building infrastructure like roads, buildings, and factories, so that we can benefit from the concept, IoT concept that produce what we call it, strategic, information, for our stakeholders. Create conducive environment, for software-based products, by encouraging young entrepreneurs to develop software to reach global market, and use emerging market conditions to drive frugal innovation that can scale up to other markets, not only for this country but also other countries. And many developed countries develop what we call a tech city, like Silicon Valley or UK, even in Turkey, and also in I think Berlin, I think another one. And through my research, background research, I can see that there's another opportunity for Bangladesh to to leapfrog or to speed up the process of implementing Industry 4.0 is by collaboration with another big agency like UNIDO. I think UNIDO has played a very important role in other industrial initiatives, and in fact, looking at the data from for Bangladesh, UNIDO has contributed to some extent the financial support, not for the digital agenda, but for other projects. So, and with this UNIDO, perhaps awareness program can be conducted, because this is supported by World Agency, World Agency. So especially among policymakers and industry players. Provide this, UNIDO also can provide tools and methods, the right tool, appropriate tools and methods, for innovation, management assessment, and so on. and provide training for innovation management professionals. Okay, and Malaysia has also benefited from many collaborations. And lastly, let me share with you some of the important aspect that may help realize the digital transformation agenda, which is developing core competencies that are required for making Industry 4.0 to happen. What is it? In terms of technologies, what we need to have is to strengthen cloud computing capabilities. Okay, because now everything is cloud. Analytics, big data analytics, all sort of analytics, even human resource analytics. Digital security, okay, digital media, emerging technologies, like disruptive technologies that I mentioned just now. In terms of management best practices, project and program management, vendor management, digital security management, business analysis and metrics. And Industry 4.0 also requires, the right soft skills, like, written communication skills, verbal communication skills, collaborative skills, okay, how to deal with a UNIDO, for instance, persuasion and negotiation skills, and excellent presentation skills. I think that's about it. And thank you for listening, and also thank you for paying attention. I'm so sorry if this is something that you already knew, but somehow it's good for this thing, to share and also discuss. Thank you very much again.
Well, thank you, Dr. Abdullah. I think that was a very detailed and very interesting presentation. আমরা কিন্তু most of us are Bangla speaking. সুতরাং যখন আমরা প্রশ্ন করব তো আমরা এখন বাংলায় করতে পারবো। আমি just একটা কথা একটু বলতে চাই যে so we must not lose focus on the people aspects. I mean, people has to be central. I mean, you see, in the fourth revolution, you might be sitting next to a robot without knowing that he's a robot. I mean, you see, the IoTs and the wages of designer babies and all that. So we might not be able to distinguish between a human and a human robot. So, I mean, we must take care that, the creative part, all these are uppermost, and people are at the center of all this Industry 4 revolution. We must not get swayed by the, technological and digital transformation. So, I mean, we'll do a little summary at the end. Can I now request Dr. Via to say a few words?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting late, so I'd like to, according to what we listened already from Dr. Abdullah, maybe from a Taiwanese perspective, or from what we are also doing in Taiwan, I'd like to share some information with you. Hope it may be of use to you also. Talking about digital transformation, this is really a buzzword because we are also thinking about how to transform digitally, especially for the existing industry, for the existing government, for the existing industries, for the existing businesses. It is a very difficult task because for the past 20 years at least, we have already launched so many different national initiatives, which was e-commerce, mobile commerce, ubiquitous, knowledge-based. Now it comes digital. So what's the difference between this whole so many buzzwords? To me personally, I would think that digital, as the special features have already pointed out by our scholars, but personally I would think it is really data-centric. But how to collect data? Of course, we need to use technological tools. We need to understand the underlying meaning of the data. So lots of technologies have been developed and emerged in order to collect data, manage data, analyze data, and use data, and create the value from the data. That may be the essence of a digital age, digital economy. So in Taiwan, from last year, the Executive Yuan also launched the so-called DigiPlus national initiative, including digital government as well as innovative economy. For the digital government, for the last 20 years, there were so many stages, so many phases in so-called computerized government that the slogan for the fifth generation of government is my data. Data-driven public service delivery for the last mile services to the end user, to the citizen, to the individual business. That is very, very tough. Data silo. We have governmental silos. So it's not easy for us to integrate fully between departments, between agencies. The National Development Council, although have already developed, launched, promoted so many guidelines, recommendations, and so forth, but still, it's not easy for fully integrated system using standardized data format to communicate between departmental agencies. That is the reason the individual citizens need to go across different departments in order to get the final service. For example, when a child is born, his parents need to register for the birth for that kid. For that simple service, parents need to go different agencies in order to get the certificate of birth. That's the concept of last mile services provided by government, because government referencing in order to certify the validity of that citizen. So it is very difficult. So that is why in DigiPlus, for the digital governments, the objective is shooting for getting the last mile service delivered by the government as a whole through the ICT platform, using data which can be, how do I say that, which can be traced through all that citizens' life cycle. This is the eventual goal for the DigiPlus. As far as the innovative economy is concerned, collaboration between existing businesses with startups. For so many years, the innovation or the open innovation has been promoted so heavily to the industry. Corporates spend lots of money and resources in finding out the innovative way of manufacturing, of processing, of marketing, of delivering services. But is that innovative enough in order to be competitive enough through all this world? It is not just to compete within the industry. We need to compete across the industry, because Uber has been the competitor of the existing taxi driver, the transportation industry. So the competition comes from nowhere. It is out of people's mind, has no context to test for their innovations. So lots of difficulties encountered by these startup companies. So why not combine these two groups? For companies, they need to do their inside out innovation, which means that they need to encourage the internal innovation in their business. So the internal group, whenever they have developed something new, something competitive, they can spin off to be a startup, or they can be a branch business unit within their company. So the concept of inside out should be encouraged. Whereas, how about outside in? The corporates, if they can invite the innovative startups and use their innovative concepts, maybe something new and has been proved successfully through proof of service, through proof of business. They can invite the startup partners and use the existing marketing channel, existing markets for their partners.
Thank you very much. For the perspective from Taiwan, so people can learn more. Can I request Mr. Ali Ashfaq to say a few words on this technology transformation, digital Bangladesh, and fourth industrial revolution?
Thank you. I think initially all the scholars delivered this nice presentation. We have learned a lot from here, and we are trying to learning more because this is the future. But still, we don't know future is good or bad. Is it a revolution or transformation? Still is my still I'm thinking we are going in which direction. So actually I have not that much to say, but I have some question to the presenters and the moderators and another guest, Dr. Eva. So we are looking for the path from the scholars, those who can dig down to bring the path to us for the society, so that we can drive towards that line. First, we need to understand we are going. Our feelings is what we are doing. Yes, we are. When computer comes, we are giving something. You do add, multiply, division. You give something. You keep some data store. But now, in this time, our mindset is going towards the line that some equipment will do something for us. We are making ourselves lazy. We know that clone, human clone. If we think that human clone is the ultimate of transformation that already built, so why stop that production? Why we are stopping that production? And we are learning and encouragingly we are advised and learning, you prepare for this digital transformation, digitalization, automation, data access, data flow, data analytics, robotics, artificial intelligence will bring the peace and happiness and make things simple for us. But in other part, we are thinking we are losing our job and happiness in other way, because these things making us lazy. But who is innovating these things? We human are innovating these things. We are innovating these things, so I'm deeply concerned about our moderator, what he is concerned about this. So actually, I have a curiosity on that. What should I do? We'll go for, we are getting something good, or we want, in which direction we should go? So that's all. This is my understanding, and I want to learn more. Thank you.
Thank you. I think let me open the floor. Please ask questions or make a very small comment. So can we take questions from the floor now and then?
Yes.
Yeah. Please. English, Bangla, whatever. We are mostly, but you know, please speak your mind.
Thank you.
I'm impressed to attend it's an informative seminar. It's like a technology transformation, digital Bangladesh, and fourth industrial revolution. So I salute and congratulate the chief guest who's spoken or giving some informative data together to us, and the keynote speaker, Dr. Mukhtar Abdullah. It's a vast experience. He's giving more information regarding transformation, digital, and country to country, what happened, analysis, on the top 10 countries, among the countries, their government, their what kind of implementations their IT industry. And our president, Mr. Ali Ashfaq, he's always dynamic to attend this type of, to arrange this type of seminar. It's really helpful for the Bangladesh industries, this type of seminar. And I also, ma'am, you're giving a lot of informations that help us to implement in Bangladesh in future. It's very near future. And Mahbub Jaman Bhai, he's nearly just coming. He's a leader of our industry. That's everybody we knows, So he already implemented the IoT and all of others I know, same. So I think he become the moderator of the IT industries implementations. So my question is, Mr. Mahbub Jaman, so what is your history that you are implementing to in Japan and others countries? There's how you transformed our IT industry to the people. Thank you very much.
My name is Ehsanul Haq Khan. I am a broadband internet businessman in our country, and I am a member of IT Bulli, Bangladesh. My question is, the concept Internet of Things and machine-to-machine communication system is not clear to me. The concept IoT, Internet of Things and machine-to-machine communication system. I want to know the details, please. Okay, thank you.
My name is Mohammad Shazil Islam Mamun. I'm actually an entrepreneur and trying to build something, and I'm trying to build some typical business products actually. So my question is, we are going through a digital transformation actually, and in Bangladesh we are getting in the third industrial revolution, I think. Actually, the industry is not taking the third. Actually, the industry is not actually in ready situation for automation, as I am observing right now. But the world is going to the fourth industrial revolution, and we are talking on the IT awareness and of the fourth industrial revolution. My view is, what is your assess, or are you assessing the industry of Bangladesh? Are we ready for the fourth industrial revolution yet, or I can see some companies like DataSoft and other companies are working on IoT and something like that, and they're implementing in Japan and kind of areas. And I have view from Malaysia, I have view from Taiwan. But what do you think about Bangladesh? Are you ready? Are we ready for the fourth industrial revolution, or are we entering in the third industrial revolution? I want that view because I am working with technologies, and I want to go to the mainstream businesses of technology. So where should we go? Where should we focus as an entrepreneur in Bangladesh industry? Because I am actually focusing on local technological area, not I think for we are not that capable to build something for global area. So I want that clear picture from you. Thank you.
I am Asad Sujon. আমি আইটিপলি মেম্বার। আমরা এই প্রযুক্তির যে ধাপগুলো পার হচ্ছে, উন্নতির যে শিখরগুলো যাচ্ছি, এটা নিয়ে কি আমাদের মানব সভ্যতা কি বিলুপ্তির পথে যাবে কি, অথবা এই মানব সম্পদটা কিভাবে অলস যে মস্তিষ্ক আমাদেরকে শুরু হচ্ছে, অথবা এই প্রযুক্তির মানে যেই দৌড় করে যে রেসে আমরা এখন আগাচ্ছি, ইন ফিউচারে কি এটা কি আমাদের মানব সম্পদের বড় একটা বাধা হয়ে দাঁড়াবে কি?
ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম, আমি মির্জা ওয়াসির আব্দুল। আমি হোটেল ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে জব করি। তা জিনিসটা হচ্ছে যে আমি যতটুকু বলতে চাচ্ছি যে টেকনোলজি সবসময় যে মানব সম্পদের অনেক কম ব্যবহার করে, যেমন একটা কম্পিউটার 10 জনে কাজ করতে পারে। এখন জিনিসটা হচ্ছে যে এই টেকনোলজি এবং রিভলিউশন কি আমাদেরকে মানব সম্পদকে কমিয়ে দিচ্ছে, বা আমরা অনেকেই আনএমপ্লয়েড, আমাদের অনেকেই চাকরি নেই। তা যদি এভাবে যদি হয়, যদি টেকনোলজি আরও আপডেট হয়, তাহলে আমাদের চাকরি বা আমাদের চাকরি বাজার কমে আসবে, যার ফলে আমরা দেখা যাবে যে আমরা আপডেট হব, we are updating 4th, 5th, 6th, but we are losing our job, we are losing our food and etc. Thank you.
তারপর আরেকজন মানে আইওটি এবং M2M সম্বন্ধে বুঝতে চেয়েছেন। Sorry, I'm speaking in Bangla because that and the third point was, are we ready for the industry 4.0? Fifth point was, is this making people lazy? I mean, and lastly, will we lose our jobs? So can I request at least the keynote speaker first to respond, and Dr. Diva, and then I'll ask the business icons here.
I'm so sorry if I cannot address all the questions, but let me recap again, and then I'm going to address those questions. Okay. Actually, we have two important agendas here, two issues. One is digitizing the country, and another is the adoption or incorporation of Industry 4.0. From what we have heard, actually even from Dr. Yuan, the task of implementing, digital Bangladesh is the responsibility of the government agencies, e-commerce, e-government, e-portal, and so on. So the government is fully responsible in realizing this, digitizing core processes, work system, and so on. But for Industry 4.0, actually, is the main responsibility is the industry. That's what we noticed. Actually, Industry 4.4 was initiated or started by industry players in Germany, BMW, Mercedes, and some big, world-class companies. They are the one who started, this Industry 4.4 or the fourth industrial revolution, not the government. Okay, so Actually, we can divide these two roles, you know, one for the government and one for the industry. Okay, based on my presentation just now, what we call it, either digitizing the country or initiating the you know, the Industry 4.0, industry and whatever. We must have what we call it, a specific agenda, specific project. What I mean is, we try to formalize it, you know, this agenda. When we formalize it, okay, like the project we have, smart state or smart city. We must have various parties to get involved. We have timeline. We have progress to check. We have objectives to achieve, and we have the final, you know, outcomes coming from those initiatives. That's why we have to formalize it. That's why in Malaysia, we formalize it, this agenda through smart state or smart city. They don't implement this, you know, all in once. You know, they do it step by step, so that it's more practical, it's more manageable, and it's easier to check whether we are, our president said, whether we are on the right direction or not. So this is the approach or the strategy we have, you know, we are adopting in Malaysia. And for instance, Industry 4.0 is not only confined to manufacturing, you know, sectors or service sector. Even in Malaysia now, we are talking about higher education 4.0, higher education 4.0, and also halal industry 4.0, so that we can benefit and we can, you know, gain from the beauty and from the good things about this concept and also this revolution. Okay, now addressing the question. Actually, IoT is just about interconnected, you know, computing systems, either mechanical or, you know, digital machines. And the typical characteristics of the IoT is the use of sensor technology, because sensors produce data, and data will be analyzed, you know, as what Doctor said just now, and that's why the ability to do analytics, because without analysis it's just data. So we do not you know, benefit from data at all if we can analyze it properly, correctly. That's why the ability to analyze correctly using the right methods is very important. And whether this country is ready or not, to me, as I mentioned in my presentation, it's about providing the right competencies for the people. What are the right competencies that need to be instilled and enhanced among the youth, the young generation? That's very important. And I did lay out and list down all the competencies, the right competencies that need to be, you know, instilled in the young generation. And institution or program that can do it is, one of it is TVET, Technical and Vocational Education and Training. This is one way of you know, strengthening the right skills for the young people. So, in order to be ready, you have got to equip these young people with the right competencies and skills. That's my answer. What else? I think that's about it. Okay.
Yeah. Can I mean, I think because of paucity of time, I was told. Can I request Mahbuzaman Bhai? Should I repeat what was the?
No, I have already.
Yeah, please, thank you.
Thank you very much. Actually, one of the major questions which I am facing every day in and day out, why Japan? Because we are used to USA or Europe and other countries, and Japan, we know that it is a bit different type of with language, work culture, and all these things. So Japan is very much structured, and we know that we are at the age of fourth industrial revolution. This industrial revolution started, the first industrial revolution started with the steam engine by James Watt. Then later on the machines, the automobile, and then and also the aeronautics and all this. In second and third industrial revolution, Japan was one of the pioneers. But unfortunately, in this fourth industrial revolution, Japan is a bit lagging behind. So they have studied from 2008 to 2011 that how they can cope up with this fourth industrial revolution. Even in the beginning of the fourth industrial revolution, that means the smartphones and internet and everything, they were ahead. But now you will not find Japanese smartphone and all these things, very rare. But the result of second industrial revolution, that means automobile and things, machineries, these are still there. So if they cannot cope up with the fourth industrial revolution, their economy will die down, number one. So they started research. It was done by Mitsubishi Research Institute for 3 years, that how they can come up with this fourth industrial revolution. So if they can combine with the second and third industrial revolution, achievement of second and third industrial revolution with fourth industrial revolution, that can only be the survivor for them. So automobile, you know that Google is now going for automobile. Tesla has already gone to automobile. Apple is planning automobile. So these are connected cars, and these are driverless cars also. In that case, actually, they will be losing that market also. So they don't want to go to China, because most of the outsourcing job of IT is now being done in China. So they are looking for China plus one. Who can be China plus one? Vietnam or Myanmar or Bangladesh. So they studied these 3 countries extensively from 2008 to 2011, and then came up with the idea that Bangladesh can be one of the best solution for them. And interestingly, if you go through the population pattern of Japan and population pattern of Bangladesh, it is just reverse. That means in Bangladesh, 66% of the population is under age 28. In Japan, 31% of population is over 65. So this is the aging population. So considering that, if they want to cope up with the fourth industrial revolution, at this moment they require younger generation engineers of this fourth industrial revolution preparation of 760,000 engineers. Where they will get it? So considering everything, we as a basis, that means Bangladesh Association of Software and Information Services, we studied and we approached the Japanese counterpart that how we can get entry into the Japanese market. And Japan is very typical. Even if you put the business card, it has some courtesy. It has some manners. You cannot just put the business card. So we found that if we want to cope up with Japanese industry and fourth industrial revolution, we'll have to speak in real Japanese way. If we tell that we do everything, we do ERP, we do accounting, we do everything, they will not be coming to you. So we have focused that we are only into IoT, Internet of Things. What is Internet of Things? Actually, even last few years, I had friendship with Mustafa Jabbar. Mustafa Jabbar had a friendship with Atiq Rabbani. Atiq Rabbani has friendship with internet connection with Birendra Nath Adhikari, and Birendra Nath Adhikari had internet connection or Facebook connection with Ali Ashfaq. But now, it was person to person. Now, machine is connected with another machine. That means your mobile phone will be telling you, your mobile phone will be, your refrigerator will be telling your mobile phone when you are in Agora or Mina Bazar that your chicken is finished, you need eggs to buy, you need some vegetable to buy, and if you want to have your air condition on from here, you can just, from your mobile phone, you can put on your air conditioner 10 minutes earlier, so that when you are entering into the house, you will find that air condition is already cooled your room. Not only that, this use is into the industry, this use is into the agriculture, this use is into the farming, this use is into healthcare. Actually, if you go to downstairs, you will find that there is a small booth, CMED. They will give you all the vital signs, that means your temperature, your blood sugar, your blood pressure, everything in your mobile. So they will be, everything will be internet connected. So Internet of Things is like everything is connected. The machine-to-machine connection is doing there. Whether we are prepared for that or not, I am very optimistic. Actually, this young generation who are doing all this innovation in the innovation zone, they are so creative, they are so intelligent. And basic thing is, what is fourth industrial revolution? Fourth industrial revolution is all about computing, all about algorithm, all about artificial intelligence, all about data analytics. And what I have mentioned, these are all connected with logic and mathematics. And you know that you will feel proud to be a Bangladeshi, Bangladeshi, that means in Bangladesh. This part of the globe is always known as champion of logics and mathematics. Everyone in the globe, everyone in this universe know that the plant has life. This is coming from Jagadish Chandra Bose. He is from Bangladesh. He is from Bikrampur. Bose and Bose-Einstein theory. You know that Bose-Einstein theory is famous for all this Holocaust and everything. So that was done by Satyen Bose from Bikrampur, from Bengal. You know, the first university of this Indian subcontinent, Nalanda Vishwavidyalaya, Nalanda University. The first vice chancellor of Nalanda University is from Bengal. You know that if India till now has got 5 Nobel Prize, out of 5, 3 are from Bengal, 2 are originally from Germany. So it was a saying that what Bengal thinks today, stuff it day after, and we are from that Bengal. So we must think that this is a combination of mathematics and logic. Everything, this all logic, artificial intelligence, you call about data analytics, you call about algorithm, and logics. I will not go further. Actually, we have started this IoT. We found that in Japan, actually, if we say that we are doing IoT, IoT is the first thing. So we have told that we are doing IoT only for automobiles and healthcare for the aging population. And that attracted them. That yes, they are very specific, and they are attracting, they are addressing our problem, that is automobile and healthcare for the aging population. And now you know that last month we have signed a contract for 10,000 apartments will be provided with IoT solutions from Bangladesh in Tokyo city. Actually, we are used to getting technology from Japan, but now we are sending technology to Japan from Bangladesh. So we should feel proud. And this team of IoT engineers, they were taught by first 3 hours is being, this is not a training, actually this is project-based learning. 3 hours is being taught from Columbia University in New York, Professor Michael Wang. He's an American, Chinese American, and he's teaching for 17 years or so. And the State Minister for ICT, Junaid Ahmad Palok, in the commencing ceremony, we had a conference call, and he was asking that, what is your experience, Michael Wang? He told that in my teaching experience till today, I have never came across such a bunch of excellent, brilliant kids, and also the creative, very intelligent, and having logical senses. And we feel proud that they are having the assessment that they have never found this type of very intelligent, creative kids. So we are ready for fourth industrial revolution. And so to say, we are really ahead to really, as because it is not related to big machines, capital machinery, lot of land, or mines is not required for the fourth industrial revolution. It is only your ideas. And see that Uber now is a globally #1 transport company, having not a single automobile in his inventory, because everyone's car is his car, this company's car. And this is now, valuation is $68 billion. So it is all this idea. And the last question was whether it will lead us to losing job. Actually, it is creating lots of job. When all these things will be happening, they are creating lot of job for the people, but not the manual labor. It will be better jobs, better lifestyle, and that is how actually yes, your question is valid, because in our country, computer started from the desktop publishing. One fine morning when 6 computers came in Ittefaq, the newspaper, 21 compositor was sacked. So we have that experience. But nowadays, every time you are going with the technology, you are requiring more engineers, more technicians. You are having this blue collar to white collar job, and also lot of changes, lifestyle is changing. So considering that, I think that we are ready for fourth industrial revolution, and I will call upon all of you that day after tomorrow, that Friday, we are having a program at from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. that is innovation to industry. There are many innovations are going on. We want from BCS this ICT Expo 2017. We want to bring these innovators to industry, and we'll groom up them. We have groomed up for the last 2 weeks time, and we are preparing them so that they will be really symbol of success in Bangladesh. So we are going to create some success stories on Friday. So I will invite all of you to come to the through that eye to eye, that means innovation to industry session from 3 to 6 p.m. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Karan bhai. And we'd like to congratulate you on your great success and taking the country forward. Can I now ask? Can I request our very dear Jabbar bhai, the icon of the industry, to address? Is it making us lazy? And of course, you address the employment issue. And I think one issue is, with it's my question too. Fourth industrial revolution is transforming from simple digitalization to a information flow across the boundaries, across industries. No more closed innovation, but open innovation. And of course, whether, the Turing machine theory, whether you can differentiate between a machine and a human being. Now, would I be sitting beside a robot or a human being? I wouldn't probably know. So I think these issues are also coming across when we talk about Industry 4th Revolution. And Bangladesh, I just mentioned, I mean, of course, our digital Bangladesh, the ultimate aim is maybe Shonar Bangla, maybe a fair Bangladesh. I mean, digital is a way towards that. So, I mean, Jamba Bhai, with your all, rich experience and your innovations, could you address these issues, please? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Atik Bhai. Please excuse me, we have two guests who doesn't understand Bengali, but as I'll be addressing the audiences, if you excuse me, I'll just talk to them in Bengali. Okay, thank you very much. এখানে যারা আছেন তাদের প্রায় সকলেরই জন্ম ৭১ সালের পরে এবং এই জেনারেশনেরও আমাদের এখানে যারা বসে আছি আমরা দুইজন আছি, দুই কোণায় বসে আছি, পক্ক ক্যাশ পাকনা চুলওয়ালা, যে দুইজন ৭১ সালে মুক্তিযুদ্ধ করেছিলাম। আমি এই কথাটি এই কারণে বলছি, মুক্তিযুদ্ধ যখন করতে গিয়েছি তখন আমাদেরকে মানুষের বাড়ি বাড়ি যেতে হয়েছে, দেখতে হয়েছে বাংলাদেশ কি অবস্থায় আছে। ৯ মাস একদম গ্রামে থেকে গ্রামের মানুষের সাথে মিশে আমরা বাংলাদেশকে যতটা উপলব্ধি করেছি এই রকম সুযোগ খুব কম আসে, অন্য কিছু কথা যদি বাদও দেই। আমাদের একটি বোঝার বিষয় আছে, সেটি হচ্ছে বাংলাদেশের অ্যাচিভমেন্টের বিষয়গুলো আমাদের জামান ভাই অত্যন্ত চমৎকারভাবে বলেছেন, জগদীশ বসু থেকে শুরু করে সকলের কথা বলেছেন, কিন্তু আরেকটি বিষয় আছে, উল্টা দিকটাও আছে। সেটি হচ্ছে ১৪৫৪ সালে জার্মানিতে প্রিন্টিং মেশিন আবিষ্কৃত হয়েছিল, বাইবেল ছাপা হয়েছিল। সেই মেশিনটা বাংলাদেশের সীমান্ত হুগলিতে আসতে ১৭৭৮ সাল পর্যন্ত অপেক্ষা করতে হয়েছে। আমরা প্রযুক্তিগত দিক থেকে মাত্র ৩২৪ বছর পেছনে ছিলাম। এটি বাংলাদেশ। যদি আমি ৭২ সালের স্ট্যাটিস্টিক্সগুলো দেই, এখনকার ছেলে মেয়েদের জন্য ওগুলো বিশ্বাস করা খুব কঠিন হবে। আমরা একদম লাঙ্গল জোয়ালের জাস্ট হাত ধরে যাত্রা শুরু করে এ পর্যন্ত এসেছি। পরিবর্তন যেটুকু দেখছি অথবা ভালো মন্দ যাই দেখি না কেন, এটি বাংলাদেশের স্বাধীনতার পরে। আমি খুব লম্বা করে বলবো না, বাট বাংলাদেশ এই অঞ্চলের সদ্য স্বাধীন দেশ, কারণ আমাদের ২৩ বছর আগে পাকিস্তান এবং ভারত স্বাধীন হয়েছে। আমাদের আশেপাশে আমাদের পরে স্বাধীনতা দেশ নাই। ফলে বাংলাদেশের জন্য এই চ্যালেঞ্জটা ছিল যে আমি এই যে পেছনে পড়ার জায়গাটা আছি, তার মধ্যে ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল রেভলিউশন ১ হোক, ০ হোক, ২ হোক, এর কোনোটা টাচ করার ক্ষমতা আমাদের ছিল না। ৭২ সালে বঙ্গবন্ধুকে বাংলাদেশের সমস্ত শিল্প কলকারখানা জাতীয়করণ করতে হয়েছিল, কারণ এগুলোর মালিক খুঁজে পাওয়া যায় না, মালিকগুলো সব পাকিস্তানে পালিয়ে গেছিল। এই রকম একটি অবস্থার ভিতর দিয়ে আমরা যাত্রা শুরু করেছি এবং এই যাত্রা শুরু করার ফলে বাংলাদেশ কিন্তু ঠিক এই জায়গাটাকে কভার করেছে কখন? মাহমুদুজ্জামান ভাই বলেছে ৮৭ সালে আমরা যখন কম্পিউটার দিয়ে পত্রিকা বের করা শুরু করেছি, ওই কম্পিউটার তার সাথে যে সফটওয়্যার, তার সাথে যে টেকনোলজি, ওইটা নিউ ইয়র্ক যা ব্যবহার করতো, সিডনি যা ব্যবহার করতো, ঢাকা শহরও তাই ব্যবহার করত। ঢাকা শহরের ছেলেটার যোগ্যতা দরকার ছিল কেমন করে বাংলা টাইপ করতে হয় এবং ম্যাকরাইট পেজ মেকার ইউজ করতে পারে কিনা। ম্যাকরাইটও নতুন রিলিজ হয়েছিল, পেজ মেকারও নতুন রিলিজ হয়েছিল, ওরাও তাই ইউজ করছে। আমরা বরং একদিক দিয়ে উপরে ছিলাম। আমাদের উপরে থাকার বিষয়টা কি ছিল? সারা দুনিয়াতে কম্পিউটার থেকে প্রিন্ট আউট ফিল্মে বের করে তারপরে সেটাকে ছাপাখানায় নিয়ে যাওয়া হতো। আমরা মাঝখানে বুদ্ধি বের করলাম, ফিল্মে নেওয়ার দরকার নাই, ট্রেসিং পেপারে যদি আমি প্রিন্ট করতে পারি তাহলে এটা ছাপতে পারবো। এটা বাঙালির বুদ্ধি। এবং সেই যে বিষয়টা আমি সেখান থেকে, তার মানে ৮৭ সালে এসে আমি ৩২৪ বছর পেছনে থাকার জায়গাটা আমি অন্তত সমান্তরাল কোনো না কোনো ক্ষেত্রে হয়েছি। কিন্তু এর মানে এই না আমার পুরা দেশটাই ৩২৪ বছরের পেছন থেকে সামনে চলে আসছে। আমার কৃষি থেকে শুরু করে কোনো কিছুর ক্ষেত্রেই আমি বদলাতে পারিনি। সবচেয়ে বড় যে বিপদটা ছিল সেটি হলো আমাকে মহামান্য ইংরেজরা যে শিক্ষা ব্যবস্থা দিয়ে গিয়েছিলেন, এখনো পর্যন্ত আমরা অত্যন্ত দক্ষতার সাথে সেটা ধারণ করে বসে আছি। এই ধারণ করে বেঁচে থাকার ফলাফলটা কি? এই ফলাফলের দৃশ্য যদি কেউ দেখে থাকেন তাহলে গত ৫ই অক্টোবর যশোরের হাইটেক পার্কে
একটা চাকরি মেলা হয়েছিল এবং সেই চাকরি মেলা পুলিশকে লাঠিচার্জ করতে হয়েছে যারা সিভি জমা দিতে এসেছিল তাদেরকে, এবং আমরা হিসাব করে দেখেছি 30,000 সিভি জমা পড়েছিল, ওগুলা ট্রাকে করে নিতে হয়েছে। বাংলাদেশের এই যে অবস্থাটা, কে একজন বলছিলেন চাকরি হারাবো কিনা, আপনি তো চাকরি হারাইয়ে বসে আছেন, আপনার চাকরি কই? আপনি প্রতি বছর যে পরিমাণ লোককে গ্র্যাজুয়েট করেন, অন্যটা বাদ দেন, সেই পরিমাণ লোকের কর্মসংস্থান তৈরি করার ক্ষমতা এই রাষ্ট্রের কোনো খাত থেকে নেই। ঠিক উল্টা চিত্রটা দেখেন, আমি জাস্ট গতকালকে একটা গ্রাফ পাচ্ছিলাম, সেই গ্রাফটা হচ্ছে আমেরিকার চাকরি বাজারের উপরে। সেই চাকরি বাজারের চিত্রটা কি, আমেরিকার এখন 14 লক্ষ কম্পিউটার সায়েন্স গ্র্যাজুয়েট দরকার, ওরা এখন পায় 4 লাখ, তার মানে 10 লাখ ঘাটতি থাকে। হিসাবটা করে দেখবেন, আপনি এখান থেকে সৌদি আরবে একজনকে পাঠান, 600 রিয়াল বেতনে চাকরি পাইলে খুশিতে লাফাইতে থাকেন। ওই ছেলেটাকে যদি আমি আমেরিকার জন্য দক্ষ করতে পারতাম তাহলে কি পেত? ও বছরে 1.25 লক্ষ মার্কিন ডলার পেত। আমার একই মানুষ, শুধুমাত্র তার মেধাটাকে যদি আমি চর্চা করে দিতে পারি তাহলেই কিন্তু আমি যেই জায়গাটায় পৌঁছাতে পারতাম সেই জায়গাটায় পৌঁছাচ্ছি না। আমাদের অবস্থা কি দাঁড়াচ্ছে? কম্পিউটার সায়েন্সের অবস্থা, আমি ইউনাইটেড ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ইউনিভার্সিটিতে গিয়েছিলাম একটা কাজে, টিচারদের সাথে কথা বলছিলাম, এবং চিত্রটা যা, সেই চিত্রটা মনে রেখে বোধহয় আমাদের যাওয়া দরকার। কম্পিউটার সায়েন্সের ছেলেপেলেরা ভর্তি হয়, এক সেমিস্টারের ভিতরে ড্রপ আউট হয় 58%। ওরা কম্পিউটার সায়েন্স ছেড়ে দিয়ে চলে যায়, এবং যারা থাকে তাদের মধ্যে ছেলেদের মধ্যে 8% প্রোগ্রামিংয়ে ইন্টারেস্ট শো করে, মেয়েদের মাত্র 1% ইন্টারেস্ট শো করে। এবং আমরা যাদেরকে, আমি পরশুদিন একটা ছেলেকে পেয়েছি, সে একটি প্রাইভেট বিশ্ববিদ্যালয় থেকে কম্পিউটার সায়েন্সে গ্র্যাজুয়েশন করে আসছে। ওরা জিজ্ঞেস করলাম কি শিখে আসছো? 3D মডেলিং। আমি তোমার যদি 4 বছর কম্পিউটার সায়েন্স পড়ার পরে তুমি 3D মডেলিং করে থাকো, তার চেয়ে তুমি আমার এখানে 2 মাসের 3D স্টুডিও ম্যাক্স শিখা যাও, তাহলে তোমার 4 বছর বেঁচে যাবে। আমি তো কম্পিউটার সায়েন্স 3D মডেলিং শেখানোর জন্য আসলে পড়াতে চাই না। আমি যেই জায়গাটায় যেতে চাই, দুঃখজনকভাবে যেটা হয় সেটা হচ্ছে আমাদের কম্পিউটার বিজ্ঞান পড়ানো হয়, সেই সাবজেক্ট বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়গুলো আমাকে সেই বিদ্যাটা দেয় না, যেটা দিয়ে মাহবুবুজ্জামান সাহেবের কাছে গিয়া চাকরি দরখাস্ত করা যায়, আতিক রহমানের কাছে যাওয়া যায়, মোস্তফা জাফরের কাছে যাওয়া যায়। বরং জিজ্ঞেস করে দেখেন, ওই 3 মাসে মাহবুবুজ্জামান ভাই যে প্রশিক্ষণটা দিতে পেরেছে, 4 বছরে সেই জায়গাটা আমি কাভার আপ করতে পারি না। তাহলে আমার শিক্ষা ব্যবস্থাটা কি আছে? চাকরি আমি চাচ্ছি, আমি লেখাপড়াটা রেখে দেবো 200 বছরের পুরনো ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল রেভলিউশনের প্রথম স্তরের, আর চাকরি চাইব 4র্থ স্তরে, এর চেয়ে বোকামি তো দ্বিতীয়টা হইতে পারে না। সো আমার ওই জায়গাটার মধ্যে সবচেয়ে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ বিষয় যে আমি সেই জায়গাটার মধ্যে যাচ্ছি। উল্টাটা চিত্র কিন্তু আছে, বাংলাদেশে এখন কৃষি শ্রমিক নাই, কাজের বুয়া পাওয়া যায় না। কাজের বুয়ার বেতন একটি ইংলিশ মিডিয়াম স্কুলের মাস্টার্স পাস করা টিচারের চেয়ে বেশি। এই বাস্তবতাটা কি আমরা মানি? এই বাস্তবতা পরিবর্তন করার জন্য কি আমরা নীতি নির্ধারণের কোনো সিদ্ধান্ত নিয়েছি? আমি কি আসলে দেখছি এখন এবং আরও জানি না 20 বছর এই যে প্রচলিত শিক্ষা ব্যবস্থা থেকে আমার যে গ্র্যাজুয়েটগুলো আসবে, এগুলোকে আমি কোথায় ফেলবো? বুড়িগঙ্গায় না বঙ্গোপসাগরে? কোন কাজে লাগাবো, কোথায় লাগাবো? এই জায়গাটা কিন্তু প্ল্যানিং নাই। ইভেন আমরা প্রশিক্ষণ দিচ্ছি, এখন প্রশিক্ষণের জোয়ার চলতেছে, আইসিটি ডিভিশন থেকে শুরু করে এমন কোনো জায়গা নেই যেখানে প্রশিক্ষণ বিনা পয়সায় প্রশিক্ষণ যত রকমের দেওয়া যেতে পারে আমরা বেসিস থেকে সুদ্ধা দিতে যাচ্ছি। বাট এই প্রশিক্ষণ কোন প্রশিক্ষণ দিচ্ছি? আমি যখন 87 সালে প্রথম পত্রিকা বের করার জন্য ম্যান পাওয়ার খুঁজছি, তখন ওরে 7 দিনের ট্রেনিং দিতাম। কি যোগ্যতা দরকার? তুই আগে বাংলা টাইপ করা শিখ, তারপরে কি ম্যাকরাইট থেকে পেজ মেকারে কেমনে একটা ফাইল নিতে হবে এবং একটা পেজ তৈরি করতে হবে, 7 দিনের ট্রেনিং অ্যান্ড সাথে সাথে চাকরি। বাট আজকে কি সেই যোগ্যতা দিয়ে আমি আবার চাকরির জন্য দরখাস্ত করতে পারবো? না। তাহলে বিষয়টা যেটা দাঁড়াইছে, আমি কিন্তু আজকের এই সেমিনারটা জেনে নিজের ইচ্ছায় এসছি এটা বলার জন্য, আমাদের দেশের নীতি নির্ধারক থেকে শুরু করে সাধারণ মানুষ পর্যন্ত এই জায়গাটার মধ্যে এক ধরনের এমন অবস্থায় বিরাজ করছে যেখান থেকে বেরিয়ে আসার মতন পথ আমি অন্তত দেখি না। আমরা ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ বলছি, সমস্ত প্রচেষ্টা গ্রহণ করছি, সব কিছু, বাট মনে রাখেন আমার পাশে যে মালয়েশিয়ান ভদ্রলোক বসে আছেন তারা 90 দশকে মাল্টিমিডিয়া সুপার করিডোর তৈরি করেছে, তারা স্মার্ট স্কুল চালু করেছে, যেটা আমি 2000 সালে গিয়ে দেখে আসছি, স্মার্ট সিটি এবং অন্যান্যগুলোর কথা বলে আসছে। ভারত আমার পাশের দেশ, আমার সাথে তুলনা করেন আপনি, ভারত আইআইটি তৈরি করছে 86 সালে। আমাকে আজকে যদি বলেন যে আমাকে মালয়েশিয়ার সাথে দৌড়াও অথবা তুমি ভারতের সাথে দৌড়াও, তাহলে আমার প্রতি অবিচার করা হবে। আমি শুরু করছি কবে? 92 সালে আমার সাবমেরিন কেবল আসছিল, এটাতে আমি নেই কারণ তথ্য পাচার হয়ে যাবে। আমি ওইটা পাইছি কবে? 14 বছর পরে, 2006 সালে। এবং আমি যাত্রা শুরু করছি কবে প্র্যাকটিক্যালি যদি হিসাব করেন? 96 থেকে 2001। আমাদের বিসিএস এর সবচেয়ে বড় উদ্দেশ্য একটাই ছিল, মানুষকে কম্পিউটার দেখানো। মেলার আয়োজন 93 সাল থেকে করছি। তার কারণটা কি ছিল? মানুষ এটা দেখা যায়, এটারে কিবোর্ড কয়, এটারে মাউস কয়, এইটারে কি বলে ল্যাপটপ তখন আসেনি। সেই জায়গা থেকে এখন কিন্তু আমরা এই জায়গার মধ্যে নেই যে আমি তাকে বোঝানোর চেষ্টা করব কম্পিউটার কাহাকে বলে, উহা কত প্রকার, ইনপুট ডিভাইস কি কি, আউটপুট ডিভাইস কি কি। ওকে, আমি প্রোগ্রামিং শুরু করি থেকে ইন্টারমিডিয়েট পাস করার পরে গ্রাজুয়েশন স্তরে। পৃথিবীতে এখন কোনো দেশ ভার্চুয়ালি নাই যারা 4th ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল রেভলিউশনের কথা ভাবে এবং শিশুকে প্রোগ্রামিং করায় না। শিশু ক্লাস 3-তে পড়ে। আমরা MIT ল্যাবের একটি ওয়েবসাইটে যাবেন, স্ক্র্যাচ ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজের প্রজেক্ট জমা আছে 2,42,00,000। কারা জমা দিছে? 3-তে পড়ে, 4-এ পড়ে, 5-এ পড়ে বাচ্চারা। তার মানে হচ্ছে আমি কিন্তু গোড়ার মধ্যেই গলতগুলো রেখে দিচ্ছি। আমাকে যদি, এবং অপরচুনিটিসটা কিন্তু জামান ভাই প্রমাণ করে দিছে। এবং জামান ভাই যে প্রমাণ করছে, ওই যে ইখতিয়ারউদ্দিন বখতিয়ার খিলজির সৈন্যবাহিনীর মতন 17 জন নিয়ে বাংলা দখল করছিল, উনি বোধহয় 20-30 জন নিয়ে জাপান দখল করছেন। এই যে জায়গাটা, এই বয়সের একটা লোক, আমার জেনারেশনের একটা লোক 4th ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল রেভলিউশনের চিন্তা ভাবনা কইরা, জাপানে অফিস কইরা, বাংলাদেশে ট্রেনিং দিয়ে, এই বয়সের পোলাপানদেরকে দিয়ে জাপানের সাথে চুক্তি সই করে বসে থাকবে, এটা অন্য কেউ অনুসরণ করতে পারে না। অন্য কারো উচিত না যে মাহবুবুজ্জামানের পথ ধরো, সামনে এগিয়ে চলো। ওই জায়গাটার মধ্যে যদি আমরা দেখতে না পাই, তাহলে কিন্তু 4th ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল রেভলিউশন আমাদের জন্য না। 1 নম্বর মিস করছি, 2 নম্বর মিস করছি, 3 নম্বর ট্রেন বাড়ি দিয়ে চলে গেছে, 4 নম্বরটাও চলে যাবে। এই জায়গাটা থেকে সতর্ক করার বিষয়। ইন্ডাস্ট্রির পক্ষ থেকে আমি এইটুকু বলবো, বাংলাদেশে ইন্ডাস্ট্রি 87 সালে জন্ম নেওয়া যে বিসিএস, সেইখান থেকে শুরু করে এখন পর্যন্ত ইন্ডাস্ট্রির সকল ক্ষেত্রে সামনে নিয়ে যাওয়ার চেষ্টাটা করেছে। এই ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ স্লোগানও ইন্ডাস্ট্রির, কাজ করার জন্য প্রচেষ্টা গ্রহণ করা ইন্ডাস্ট্রির, খাইয়া না খাইয়া পইরা থাকা এগুলো ইন্ডাস্ট্রির। তো ইন্ডাস্ট্রি এই কাজটা করছে, কিন্তু যেই জায়গাটা আমরা চাই পার্টিসিপেশন, আপনারা যারা এখানে আছেন তাদেরকে একটা সহজ কথা আমি বলি, আপনাদেরকে সেফ মাঝামাঝি রাখা দরকার। ট্রেনিং দিয়ে কোনো মতে আইওটি জামান ভাইয়ের মতন কোনো জায়গায় যদি একটু মানুষ করে ঘষা মাজা করে দিয়ে কাজে লাগানো যায় ভালো, সেটা নিঃসন্দেহে ভালো বিষয়, ওইটা আমরা করতে থাকবো। কিন্তু আমার কাছে যেটি মনে হয় সেটি হচ্ছে, আপনাদেরও বোধহয় এখন নজর দিতে হবে যে আপনাদের ছেলে মেয়েরা যে উঠে আসবে, এরা যদি 4th ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল রেভলিউশনের উপযুক্ত শিক্ষা না পেয়ে বড় হয়, তাহলে ওদেরকে যে কই রাখবেন এটা আল্লাহ জানে। আমাদের এক ধরনের প্রবণতা গত কিছুদিন যাবৎ আমি ফেস করতেছি, এটা মিডিয়া প্রশ্ন করে আমাদের ইন্টারনেট বন্ধ করে দেওয়া উচিত কিনা, গেম খেলা বন্ধ করে দেওয়া উচিত কিনা, ব্লু হোয়েল খেলতে খেলতে আমাদের পোলাপাইন সব আত্মহত্যা করার জন্য সব মরে যাচ্ছে কিনা। এই যে অবস্থার ভিতরে বিরাজ করছি, একটা পিকুলিয়ার মেন্টালিটি নিয়ে আমি এই দেশের ভিতরে বড় হচ্ছি। আমি মানে রিয়েল অর্থেই এটি বুঝতে পারতেছি না যে আমাদের বাবা মারা পর্যন্ত এটি চিন্তা করতে পারতেছে না যে ইন্টারনেট যদি আপনার শিশুটা ব্যবহার করতে না পারে, সে আসলে শিক্ষা গ্রহণ করার উপযুক্ততাও হারাচ্ছে। এই জায়গাটার মধ্যে আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে অত্যন্ত গুরুত্বপূর্ণ একটা বিষয়। আমি অনেক ধন্যবাদ দিই একটি চমৎকার সাবজেক্ট বাছাই করার জন্য। আশফাক এখানে আছে, আশফাক এবং তার টিম বিসিএসকে আইসিডি ডিভিশন তার সাথে যুক্ত থাকার ফলেও এবং মাহমুজামান ভাইকে আমি একটু পাওয়ার ফলে একটু বেশি সাহসও পেয়ে গেছি, কারণ আমার কাছে মনে হয়েছে দুঃসাহসী মানুষ খুব বেশি পাওয়া যায় না, দু একজন মাহমুজামান পাওয়া যায় এবং দু একজন মাহমুজামানের পথ ধরে হাঁটতে হয়, আমাদের সকলকে ওই পথে হাঁটতে হবে। অত্যন্ত চমৎকার একটি বিষয় এবং আপনারা যারা এখানে যে কয়জন এখানে এসছেন তাদের কাছে আমি এইটুকু অনুরোধ করব, দয়া করে সামনের দিনটাকে বোঝার চেষ্টা করেন এবং বুঝে যদি আমি আগাতে পারি বাংলাদেশের অফুরন্ত সম্ভাবনা আছে। আর যদি আমি না চলতে পারি বাংলাদেশ আমার জন্য এরকম হবে, আমার মানব সম্পদ না হয়ে এটা মানব বোমা হিসেবে আমার জন্য পরিণত হতে পারে। দুইটার যে কোনো একটা পথে আমি যেতে পারি। এখন কিন্তু সেই ক্রান্তিকালে বসবাস করছি। ধন্যবাদ আবারও সবাইকে।
Thank you, Jawad bhai. I think we have come to the end of the session. I have nothing to wrap up, but I think the young person who says "Ami ki korbo," you discover yourself. আপনি নিজেকে চেনার চেষ্টা করেন, তারপরে জ্ঞান আহরণ করেন, আপনার প্যাশনটা কি সেটা দেখেন। আপনি অন্য মানুষকে দিয়ে ইন্সপিরেশন নেবেন, কিন্তু ফলো করবেন আপনার নিজের হার্ট, এবং সেটা যদি করেন সবাই কিন্তু সবকিছু আমরা ভালো করতে পারি না। সুতরাং এই যে এত কিছু বাজওয়ার্ডস দেখছেন, এর মধ্যে নিজের স্থানটাকে আপনি খুঁজে বার করেন। সুতরাং ডিসকভার ইয়োর সেলফ, নিজের প্যাশনটা কি, আরেকজনের কাছ থেকে ইন্সপিরেশন নেবেন, কিন্তু তাকে যে ফলো করতে হবে এমন কিছু নাই। সুতরাং আমরা যারা এখানে ইয়াং আছি তাদেরকে আমার যেটা সাজেশন অ্যাজ অ্যান এল্ডার ব্রাদার, যে আপনারা নিজেদেরকে শক্ত করেন, নিজেদেরকে শক্ত করবেন থ্রু নলেজ অ্যান্ড জ্ঞান, তাহলে আপনারা এইসব এই ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল ফোর্থ রেভলিউশন মুক্ত সব কিছু কোপ করতে পারবেন। তো আমি সবাইকে অনেক ধন্যবাদ জানাতে চাই। আই উড লাইক টু থ্যাংক প্রফেসর Mukhtar Abdullah all the way from Selangor University, European University here, yeah? Okay. And Dr. Ive from Taiwan for giving the perspective. Of course, Ali Ashfaq, the very able, very handsome president of BCS, and Amader absolutely invincible Amader Mahmouzan Bhai, Jabbar Bhai, the icon of the industry, the face of the IT. So, আপনাদেরকে অনেক ধন্যবাদ।